Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, my neighbor, Senator Mundigi, for the kind request. I also want to take this great opportunity to welcome you to this house. It's the upper house, the Senate. I'm a product of St. Anne's Girls Career in Embu County. I pursued my 4 years there. The English that I speak, the excellency that I have, is from the great county of Embu. It's a county that when it comes to matters of education, it's very top-notch. I wish you the best. I wish you excellence. I wish you God's guidance. Respect your teachers and enjoy your studies. God bless you. Mr. Speaker, allow me to start by really thanking our colleague, none other than Senator Catherine Muma, for this great bill, Mr. Speaker, the Tobacco Control Bill. It's a bill, Mr. Speaker, that where we are as a country is really going to change a lot if we correctly implement the changes that need to be implemented, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in Article 1 or 2 of this particular bill, the definition of smoking has really been well defined, Mr. Speaker. And it has also gone to Part 2, where it has also talked about the tobacco products. Mr. Speaker, the sponsor of the bill, Senator Kathy, I realized when I went through this bill that our focus was more on the e-cigarette, away from the traditional cigarette, if I would call it like that, the cigarette that has been in the market, that has been there for years. And she's trying to ensure that we legislate correctly and put regulations as far as the e-cigarette is concerned, Mr. Speaker. E-cigarette, Mr. Speaker, in my view, is the synthetic nicotine that has gone through a manufacturing process and that is also smoked in a digital, fancy, classy, modern way by a big market share, and that is the young generation. Mr. Speaker, Part 2 that says that synthetic nicotine formulations intended for use by smoking, inhalation, chewing. Part B has defined the e-cigarette, how it is put into the market. It is through chewing gums, it's through inhalation, sniffing, vaping, sucking, and it comes in forms of tubes, filters, Mr. Speaker, electronic delivery system, Mr. Speaker. And this is where the catch is, because with this kind of gadgets that are already in the market, that our young people are using, Mr. Speaker, you realize there is no regulation on these e-cigarettes, Mr. Speaker. They have flooded the market, they are already here, but they have no control. Anybody, even children as young as 10 years, have access to these particular cigarettes, have access and are able to easily, within their friendship circles, be able to show each other how to be able to use this, Mr. Speaker, which, Mr. Speaker, it has enhanced penetration of the product into the market massively with minimal control, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if this product is today allowed to continue the way it is, where it is today, Mr. Speaker, we will be allowing our children to continue accessing a product that not only affects them in the health manner, in terms of we know what cigarettes do or what nicotine does to the health system, it's very endangering. The sad part is that its accessibility to the young people is sort of 100% today as we speak. Mr. Speaker, as I looked at the bill, still clause 2, part C, talks about characteristics of flavors. And the bill has defined and talked about the issue of flavors, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, these products when I've Googled them, I find that they have different flavors. For example, we have strawberry, we have vanilla, all those kind of sweet flavors. And these flavors are the ones that are bringing the desire, are also enhancing the young people to keep on purchasing these products, and also are making it difficult for the guardians and the parents to be able even to know if their kids are smoking. As compared to the old cigarette or the traditional cigarette, Mr. Speaker, if you smoke a traditional cigarette, definitely you can be able to have a feel of the air or smell of the air that this person was smoking something. But with the e-cigarette, because of the sweet flavors that are in place, it is very difficult for a parent or a guardian to even know if their kid has started indulging in this particular type of cigarette. And so in my view, Senator Kathy, this issue of flavor should be scrapped off. The e-cigarette should retain its traditional nicotine. The e-cigarette should have that original smell of the nicotine so that it becomes easy to be able to identify when these young people are smoking these products, or even those adults that are smoking, because you've seen adults who are also changing from the traditional nicotine to the e-cigarette, and it becomes sometimes difficult for even someone to be able to identify that this person is actually smoking anything. So the flavors, the bill should actually allow that these flavors should be no more, should not be actually allowed to be part of the product that is in the market, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as I continue, there's the other issue of regulation. Today, as we speak, the traditional cigarette has regulations. The Act is very clear, actually. There is a ban that you cannot buy just one stick of the cigarette. You have to buy it in a full packet. It's never sold as a single stick. It is sold in a full packet. 2, it is not just sold anywhere. It is sold in a designated, like when we go to the supermarkets, you find that it is in just one area for above 18, where there is alcohol and cigarettes are put there. That's where they are actually secluded. They are put in a different place. These are some of the regulations that are in place. So the regulation for the e-cigarette should be a different regulation. There should be regulation in regards to the e-cigarette separate from the traditional cigarette. These regulations should be separated, because those years when we did the Tobacco Act, the e-cigarette was not in place. So we cannot assume and say the same regulations that are in place for the traditional cigarette should be the same that should be used for the e-cigarette that is in place, Mr. Speaker. So they have to have the synthetic nicotine and the traditional nicotine need to all have their own separate regulations, because they are different products. As much as the end product is nicotine, but the placement or the way the product has been packaged is very different. So it can't have similar regulations. Part 6, Mr. Speaker, Section 12 of this bill, Part A, Part B, talks about implementation of tax policies where appropriate, the prices, the policies, tobacco products, and all that. Mr. Speaker, when I looked at these 6A, 2, 3, and 1, talks about the issue of taxation. And I would prefer, or I would advise, my opinion would be that the issue of taxation be dealt with by Treasury. If room is opened in terms of the amount of nicotine milligram per milliliter, that there be different, taxations, then there might be corruption that might be brought, whereby the manufacturers might be able to indicate a lower milligram so that to pay lesser taxation, but in the real sense, probably it is on a higher level. So when it comes to the issue of taxation of the policies and all that of the e-cigarette, let National Treasury be able also to guide with the same guidance that they have also done as far as the alcohol products are concerned, because of course there is a way, there is a policy that is in place currently. Definitely is a policy in regards to the traditional nicotine. So as far as this e-cigarette, let it not be so separate from how things should be or how National Treasury has been doing and advising as far as the issue of taxation is concerned, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as I continue to read the bill, I came across the issue of the product approval and testing, Mr. Speaker. And the mover of the bill, Senator Kathy, talked about that Ministry of Health does the approval, the testing, and all that. But in my view, Mr. Speaker, the testing of nicotine, the standardization should be done by the Kenya Bureau of Standards, KEBS, Mr. Speaker, because they are the ones who have the machinery, they are the ones who have the technical know-how, who have the skills, who have the personnel to be able to guide when it comes to the issue of the standard of the e-cigarette, Mr. Speaker. Then there is the other point when it comes to approval by the ministry. That is okay, Senator Kathy, that would make sense, because after the standards have been done by KEBS, who are mandated to guide in terms of the standards, then that should now be approved by the ministry. The ministry now will be left with the issue of just approval, but not with the issue of testing, Mr. Speaker. And further to that, I saw on this part is which one, Mr. Speaker? It's I saw a 50% of the amount that is going to be paid for either testing or approval. Yes, Part 4. Part 4 ADA, 50% of the fees paid for testing and approval for products under Section 14E. Now, in my view, Mr. Speaker, today we have budget for the Tobacco Board that is provided for by the National Treasury, and not in small amounts, billions, Mr. Speaker. And this money, or this fund, is used to for awareness and all those kind of things, and we really do not see much happening. And from where we are, we know the disadvantages of smoking, we know the disadvantages of tobacco, we know the health issues that come also with smoking, Mr. Speaker. What am I trying to say? Mr. Speaker, the 50% that the sponsor has suggested, that is the fee that is being paid for testing or approval, now, an amendment should be which suggests that this 50% can be added to SHA as a health insurance fund, but narrowing it to the cases of either lung cancer and things like that, that the diseases that are brought about by smoking, Mr. Speaker. This fund will be able to help that the people who, become sick, get the effects of smoking and all that, this fund can be able to help them in their health, whatever sector, instead of this money again be given to the board for them to keep on doing an awareness that we don't even no longer see. We don't even know what they really are doing. Because even when the e-cigarette came into the market, we've not seen the tobacco board do anything. We've not seen them come out, talk about it. They've not seen them giving guidance to the young people as far as the effects of this tobacco is concerned, Mr. Speaker. So this 50% should be added to SHA so as to be able to help as far as the funding for the health insurance is concerned, Mr. Speaker. The other thing I noticed, Mr. Speaker, is on the nicotine volume levels. Yes, Part 14B. A person shall not manufacture or place on the market nicotine pouches unless nicotine content of pouch does not exceed 10 milligram and such. Mr. Speaker, I agree with the mover on this because 10 milligram per milliliter of nicotine is a small amount. But when this amount is more, it's a lot, then it will make the smoker be able to, inhale more, and actually by the end of the day will have inhaled a lot than maybe he or she intended to. But when it is at 10 milligram per milliliter of nicotine, then it is a lesser amount. The cost, of course, will be high because the manufacturers will have to package it at that 10 mg. And then, so the cost of production will also be high. But who are we taking care? We are taking care the end user. So the cost is higher. So you find that the purchase will also be minimized. Unlike when it is more, when it is 20 and above, you'll find that the cost definitely will be minimal, Mr. Speaker. As I conclude, Mr. Speaker, the regulations as far as the pouches are concerned, the pouches that are being used should not be disposable, because disposable products will be easy to find in the market. The cost of a disposable material is less, so it makes the product even lesser. But non-disposable are expensive. So the higher the cost of this particular product, the lesser the accessibility to market. The other issue, Mr. Speaker, is the issue of hawking, the issue of online sales, the issue of advertisement. As we speak today, the Tobacco Act is very clear that tobacco should not be advertised. It's against the law. So what makes it different with the e-cigarette, which still has nicotine? It should not be advertised. There should not be online sales. There should not be hawking of this particular product, Mr. Speaker. Otherwise, we will not be sorting the problem. We will be encouraging the young people easy access for this product, online delivery and all that, Mr. Speaker, for this particular product. It should be restricted the same way the traditional cigarette right now as we speak is very restricted. The smoking areas, Mr. Speaker, I've seen, she has stipulated very well. We don't smoke in the public, churches, even here in this particular chamber. It doesn't happen. There are designated places and areas. The same should apply. Because we see on the road, you are walking in the streets of this beautiful country, the capital city of Nairobi, the one that I represent, Mr. Speaker, and you see someone removing a small, beautiful, nice gadget that looks like a lip gloss for us ladies. Someone sniffs something, puts it back, and just what you just sing on the air, Mr. Speaker, it is smoke that is just left on the air. So the areas for smoking should be adhered to, should be designated as required. And so I think with those many few remarks, I hope I haven't, yes, let me finalize on the issue of NACADA. I agree with what Senator Cheryl Guy spoke about in terms of NACADA. All these things should not be left to the Ministry of Health. Ministry of Health has a lot to do. We have the issues of share that are happening. We have the killings that are happening in Kenyatta National Hospitals, which we are totally condemning, and many other things that the Ministry of Health, as we speak today, is trying to streamline, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday, I had a statement trying to question whereby we have the county staff still working in their private clinics. The DHA should be in this public hospital, and they are paying their salary. So that work should be some responsibilities, some duties should be done by NACADA board. They should be there to be able to assist in terms of ensuring that these policies are implemented. I know this bill coming from the Senate, there are county issues whereby the county offices should be able to have offices that help in the licensing. That is also revenue to the counties, and also it narrows down as far as at the county level is concerned. With those many and few, Mr. Speaker, I fully support and congratulate Senator Kathy for this great bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Next is Senator William Kisang.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also rise and support this particular amendment bill, tobacco control bill by Senator Muma. Honorable Speaker, I know you and myself